Hello everybody, welcome to this January 2017 edition of This Month in Flag News. I am Vexillographer, and yes, this is a little different from how I usually do it. I'm trying something new this month. Let me know what you guys think. This is sort of an audio podcast version, like a radio show version of This Month in Flag News, instead of me going in front of the camera and doing my thing. I'm going to try to do my thing in audio format. Let me know what you guys think about it. It might be good, it might be bad, I don't know. Whether you like it or hate it, just let me know. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Anyway, let's get started. Our first story comes from the United States state of Texas, specifically the city of Cedar Park. Remember last month when we talked about Cedar Park's new official flag? They adopted it, they had a big celebration with fireworks and everything. It's a nice-looking flag, designed by Catherine Van Arnhem. A very thoughtful design. It looks great. It looks unique. Well, on January 12th of this month, the City Council of Cedar Park, Texas, officially unadopted it. They got rid of it. What led to this, you may ask? Well, apparently, on the city's Facebook page, there were over 200 people who expressed their negative feelings on the flag issue. And they also critiqued officials, according to this website, for not letting the public vote on the matter. You know, it kind of makes sense. If you adopt a city flag, you generally want the people of the city to feel attached to it, to feel like it's their flag and they had a part in it. But apparently the city council just adopted this without letting the public vote on it. Now, okay, this can end up in multiple ways. Like, if you don't allow the public to vote on a design, then they feel less attached to it. But if you do allow the public to vote on a design, you, in a sense, don't know exactly what you're going to get. You don't want to end up like Milwaukee and have like every single idea possible to be crammed onto one design and have it ruin everything. So it's a tough question sometimes. But this makes perfect sense, I think. I think the city council probably messed up on this one. And in addition to this not letting people vote on it, apparently, according to the mayor, Mr. Powell, he said apparently that there was this long 5-week holiday break that made council members unavailable, and apparently there have been past violations of open meetings guidelines by council members, predecessors, before the current council members. Basically, those seems to be a lot of local politics that people are tired of in Cedar Park. And this flag thing sort of was the icing on the cake of disgust, and people just got mad, because they were already mad at City Council, apparently. So, not letting the public vote on a flag was probably a bad move. Let's see, various citizens of Cedar Park commented on the design that they had adopted. This lady named Destiny Yannick, if I'm saying that right, she said, "When I think of Cedar Park, I think of trees, not X's." That's a good point. That's honestly a good point. The letter X does not always have the most positive meaning. Let's see. Someone else said, this other guy named William Miller said he liked the flag and wanted the city to keep it. He said, if you get rid of it, you will only remember the conflict. Which is also a good point. It's just like, what do you do? What do you do with this? Another guy named Ryan Gibson said, my first reaction would be, I don't understand it, really. I think it's kind of cheesy. I don't exactly see how it's cheesy, honestly. But hey, the various feedback came in from Facebook. And people got upset because they didn't get to vote on it. So what are you going to do about that? Well, the City Council of Cedar Park decided to unadopt the flag that they had adopted. After all that celebration and all that, they decided to undo. They decided to press undo on this. Oh well, a lesson learned, hopefully, and hopefully they will get a good flag soon. I don't know if there's any plans to redo the design or not, but we'll see what happens. For our next story, we go to India, where Amazon.com ran into a bit of trouble for a little bit this month when they were offering a certain kind of product on their website that featured an image of the Indian flag on it. So what was this product? It wasn't as bad as that Australian company that was selling Malaysian flag underwear. It wasn't that bad, but it was still fairly offensive to a lot of patriotic Indians. They were selling doormats with images of the flag of India on them. So you're basically stepping onto the flag of India, which is no big deal for a lot of people, but it is a big deal to a lot of other people who are very patriotic about India. So how did this become a big controversy? Well, the Minister of External Affairs of India, her name is Sushma Swaraj. She's sort of like their Secretary of State or Foreign Minister of India. She has a Twitter account where she interacts with a lot of Indian citizens. So this one Indian citizen sent a tweet her way that was a screenshot, that included a screenshot of Amazon's website where they were offering this Indian flag doormat, which is pretty offensive to certain patriotic Indians. So she tweeted, basically to the whole world, she tweeted that she wants to hold Amazon accountable, and she said that Amazon must tender an unconditional apology. They must withdraw all products insulting our national flag immediately. And if this is not done forthwith, we will not grant Indian visa to any Amazon official. We will also rescind the visas issued earlier. Basically, she was threatening to Amazon that they would not let any Amazon officials into their country if they did not apologize and if they did not withdraw this Indian flag doormat that was so offensive to certain Indians. So, what did Amazon do? Pretty much the very next day, they removed this doormat from their website. In fact, this Indian flag doormat was not even available on the Indian Amazon.com website. It was from the Canadian Amazon.com website. But that still was enough to get a lot of Indian citizens upset. So Amazon removed it fairly quickly, and hopefully that does not escalate any further. It probably won't. But it was like a close call. It was like, and not great for PR for Amazon. So they dealt with it fairly quickly, and it's no longer for sale. You can no longer buy an Indian flag doormat from Amazon.com, which would probably make a lot of Indian patriots fairly satisfied. So this kind of thing has been happening a little more often, it seems, with India's BJP party, which is an Indian nationalist party or a Hindu nationalist party, and they're very big on patriotism. They were responsible for the whole movie theater, like that thing last month that I talked about, with where the Indian flag has to be played before every movie in India, and everyone has to stand before this flag, and the national anthem is played, and everyone has to stand. That was the BJP's doing largely, and this external affairs minister, Sushma Swaraj, she's also from the BJP party because they are currently in control of the government. So this Indian flag patriotism stuff is kind of happening a little more often these days, thanks to this party. It's an interesting thing to watch. Anyway, let's move on to our next and final story. And for our final story tonight, I'm sort of combining two stories into one, actually. There are two American cities that are working on updating their city flags. They're working on getting new city flags for themselves. One of them, if you're an avid vexillologist, you might recognize as having one of the most famously bad flags in the United States. It's Pocatello, Idaho. You know, the one whose flag has a trademark symbol and a copyright symbol. Oh, Pocatello. So Pocatello has figured out by now that their flag's pretty bad. Especially after that one North American Vexillological Association survey that ranked it dead last. Out of like 150. Awesome. Anyway, Pocatello is currently working on getting a design committee of experts to narrow down all their submissions that they got in this new recent flag contest. They're working on narrowing down these like 700 designs down to 10. And once they narrow it down to 10, they're planning to announce it to the public, hopefully around the spring, and they're going to have the public vote on it. So keep an eye on Pocatello, Idaho, and see what they come up with. There's another city in the United States that's also working on getting a new flag, and it's the city of Columbia, South Carolina, the state's capital. And Columbia's flag isn't that great either, and Columbia is currently accepting submissions for flag designs. So if you go to this website, I'll also include a link in the description for you, you can learn more about this new flag design that they're working on, and you might even want to submit a design yourself. So, take a look at that if you're interested, and yeah, keep an eye on Pocatello, Idaho, and Columbia, South Carolina. This should be fun. Anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in to this podcast audio edition of This Month in Flag News, January 2017 version. I don't know if I'll stick with this podcast format or not. Just let me know what you guys think in the comments. It takes a long time to film those, that sort of TV show kind of format I do with the other, and I might keep doing that because it's really fun. It's really fun to do that sort of live on camera sort of news broadcasts, but it also takes a long time and it takes a lot of work. Just let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys like this one. I'm just trying something new. Anyway, I am Vexillographer. Thank you again for tuning in. Peace, sweet dreams, and good night, or something like that. Bye.